During season one, there was, because that was a new world for me. I've never been a part of the OTT world. Then, add to that armed forces world, the army world. So that was new and interesting and refreshing for me as an actor also. Season two, we all were getting out of a pandemic. So it was just to be out on the set with everyone was very, very, it was nerve-wracking. Also, it was very exciting and exhilarating at the same
Felt
time.
like we're crawling back to some semblance of normalcy.
Exactly.
So there were no better feeling than being on a set.
Hi and welcome to Midday.com, and today joining us we have the stars of Code M Season 2, Jennifer Winget and Tanuj Virwani. Hi guys.
Hi,
Hello.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you very much.
We are glad to have you all, and of course Season 1 was a huge hit as we know. So what do we expect from Major Monica and Angad as
A
well?
bigger hit, I hope.
Bigger hit, lots more drama,
Yes,
thrills,
lot more
and
action.
action and emotion.
Absolutely.
And it's more of a deep dive into the lives of these characters now, since they have been established in the previous season, And season one was really, like we were discussing, it was quite unexpected, and it was a bit of a sleeper hit. This time, well, the pressure is squarely on our shoulders. So we hope we are able to rise to the occasion.
Yeah, and you're right actually. With Season 1, when it's well received, the expectations obviously rise from Season 2.
Yes.
So how what do you feel about that? Like how has this lived up to? Because obviously you all have seen it. So
I actually haven't seen
I've
it
not
yet.
seen the
We
show.
haven't
I've
seen
not
it
seen
yet.
We've only dubbed for it.
We've dubbed for it, but we haven't seen it. And honestly, I don't want to watch it before the audiences watch it, because I know I will have my list of, oh my god, why did I do this? Why did I do that? I should have done it like that. So that's why I don't want to watch it, because I know I will at least find faults with my performance.
Yeah.
And I want to see, this is a question I can't answer, because this is a question the audience can hopefully answer in a positive way. The idea was to be better than season one, because season one did so well, got such a fabulous response. That is what made us do season two, and I hope we do season three also, depending on the response. But it just story wise, we dwell a bit into Monica's past, into her childhood, and obviously the mission at hand. She's also been promoted now. She and Angad are also at a very different place. She and her husband and also at a very different place. So there are lots of changes that have happened in season two, but it's not like these characters have suddenly become different people. You know what I mean? It's just the next chapter in their lives.
And it's not a regular series, where you can just show up on set, and there's a lot of prep that goes, I'm sure. A lot of research. So if you'd like to take us through that, about what went behind
honestly, during season one, there was, because that was a new world for me. I've never been a part of the OTT world. Then, add to that armed forces world, the army world. So that was new and interesting and refreshing for me as an actor also. Season two, we all were getting out of a pandemic. So it was just to be out on the set with everyone was very, very, it was nerve-wracking. Also, it was very exciting and exhilarating at the same time.
Felt like we're crawling back to some semblance of normalcy.
Exactly.
So there were no better feeling than being on a set.
Correct. So there were lots of things that happened during the shoot of season two, but I don't know, somehow it just kind of went very smoothly. It just kind of, I was enjoying and it was easier to get into the character, even though the gap was so much.
And it just got over this time.
It just got over like that.
Done?
Really? Exactly. I was waiting for it to start, and it started and it got over, and I think that's a good thing when you're enjoying your work.
You don't want it to be a slog.
Exactly.
And in real life, as a kid or even later, did you guys ever think of maybe joining the armed forces, or did that thought cross
I
your
actually
mind?
did go through a phase after I saw Laksh, because I could identify with Ritik's character, and that, it's like this kid.
After
and
watching every movie, he wants to become that.
No direction in life, and everyone's moved on, and then he decides to join the army. So but that was rather short-lived.
You don't say.
Because a couple of years later, Rang De Basanti came out, and then I wanted to become a freedom fighter. So I'm just
Now he's just a fighter.
Now I'm just a fighter. Yeah, absolutely.
No, but with OTT, you guys are doing such interesting characters.
Thank
you
you.
know,
It's,
yeah, and Tanuj, of course, you have been having back-to-back
Right.
series.
Yeah.
So, if you'd like to tell us about that, you know, how has that changed things? OTT, the OTT boom.
I mean, it's resurrected my career. It's given me a second lease of life as far as my professional career and everything is concerned. You know, I was in box office prison after my first 3 films came out, and I really was staring at the bottom of the barrel. I didn't know what next. I didn't even know if there's any acting left in me. Do I have anything? Do people even want me to be part of films? And that's when OTT and Inside Edge and everything fell into
show.
place. I mean, and even when we were shooting it, we knew we were making something interesting, but we could not have in a million years thought that, oh, this show will one day carry my career going forward or get nominated for an Emmy, or like so many brilliant things that have happened. Even
That is
even
so cool.
even Codem for that matter, when it came to me, the way it was pitched to me, I liked it. I liked the concept, but more than the concept, I loved the talent that Samar Khan had managed to accrue both in front of the camera as well as behind the camera, and that's why I said yes. I knew from the get-go that this is Jennifer's show, but I knew it's a strong supporting role and stuff, and I'm very comfortable doing stuff
I think
like
that's
that.
something that I really admire about Tanuj is he's very clear. There is that clarity that
Yeah.
Otherwise some I know of people that would not be very comfortable with that. To be that that support.
Yeah.
That it's okay. It doesn't matter whose show it is.
Yeah.
It's our show.
Absolutely.
When somebody comes with that energy, it lifts your performance. It lifts it lifts the energy around, and that's really
I think
incredible.
this is probably a quality I've inculcated from my mom, because she's always told me it does
she's
not matter
lovely.
whether you have 2 scenes or 100 scenes on a show or in a film. Just do it to the best of your abilities and be a cheerleader for everyone on your set, because if they perform well, your show or your film looks good, and in turn you look good, so we're not here to compete, we're here to try and liberate each other and just tap into our untapped potential. So that's how it is.
No, that's of course a wonderful attitude to
That's
have.
that's all mom. Yeah.
And Jennifer, recently you had your birthday as well. That looked
Yes.
like a lot of fun from
It
Instagram.
was.
So if you'd like to tell us about that, like how did you spend your day?
I mean, my friends were at it for a month. I wasn't aware of it. They managed to do it they managed to do everything behind my back, and I'm like, we went to Alibag for a couple of days, and it was just the most beautiful setup I'd ever seen. So all the credit goes to my friends, Ruby, Simone, Yogi. I don't know how they did it, but they managed to. And then we had our dinner also. We had a lovely birthday dinner. And it was
I
just
was having major FOMO because I was not
yeah.
able to go for birthday. Yeah.
And it just started off so well, and the next 2 days were amazing. I was like in another world from the 29th of May, 9 p.m. to the next 2-3 days. I was in a different world. I didn't want to come back, but hey, I come back to an even better world. I'm not complaining.
Actually, Jen's birthday started with a bit of a goof up, because I categorically told the waiter, hey, listen, buddy, 12 o'clock, it's her birthday, bring the cake out. We're standing outside the restaurant at 5 to 12. He comes up, he's like, sir, it's almost 12. Should I bring the cake out? I'm like, yeah, what are you doing?
Also, there was somebody else's birthday on another table,
Yeah.
and he took the cake to that table, and I am singing at 12 o'clock to say happy birthday to you.
Yeah.
And he's looking, he's like, where is our cake? He's like, oh, sorry.
Oh my God.
It's
So we got a little
cute.
pastry, yeah.
It was so cute.
But as Jen says, it's the thought that counts.
Exactly.
All's well that ends well. Yeah.
Absolutely,
And
absolutely.
I'm glad I was able to be a part
so
of
cute,
it.
So cute.
Yeah, and both of you are of course travel freaks from your Insta.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
another thing that we figured.
Yes.
So if you'd like to tell us about where you like to kind of take off when you just need a break from your shoot.
Where I'd like
I
to
mean,
take
he
off.
barely lives in Bombay.
Yeah, that's true. I have a place at Lonavala, so I'm usually there. I much prefer staying there when I'm not shooting. But if you're talking on a holiday, like I have a bucket list. I want to go to Iceland. I want to go on the Alaskan cruise. I want to go to South America. I want to see the Northern Lights. And most certainly now I want to go to Japan after watching the show Tokyo Vice. So I have a long list of places.
Okay, so to that and to that.
Yeah, I know she wants to go to all of those.
I want to go to all of those, and I will go because I love traveling. I love even when I have like a few months off or something. I have a house in Goa. We go there and I stay there, and it's just nice. I love being around nature. I love being in nature. I love being outdoors. So for me, I don't like to go to a place which is very city-like. I like to go to a place which has nature and just being in the mountains or something like that. That's my jam.
Okay, and of course we also have to ask you, where do we see you next after Code M2?
So I cannot speak about most of the projects,
Yeah.
but what I do know is next up will be the show with KK Menon. It's called Murshid. I'm playing a police inspector in that. Did a film called Johnny Jumper with Jay Raz, Pichner Kalra, Zakir Hussain, and Zarina Wahab. And we've got the second season of Cartel in the works, is currently being written. So these are the ones I can speak about.
And you'll be seeing me on Instagram.
All over the place. Yeah. No, it's just.
Thank you guys, and best of luck, of course.
Subscribe to Midday India. Get direct notifications on all our videos by clicking on the bell icon.